Hello student, welcome to my third lecture on chapter number 6, that is redox reaction. In this chapter, before this lecture, we have to discuss about what is the introduction, classical ideas of redox reaction, what is the key points of redox reactions, and what is the oxidation numbers of redox reaction. Now, today's next point we have to discuss about, that is the balancing of redox reaction. In balancing of redox reaction, many redox reactions are so complex that their equation cannot be easily balanced by trial and error methods. So you have to require the systematic procedure is needed for the balancing of such equations. There are mainly two types or two methods are used to balance the chemical equations for redox process. First, oxidation number methods. Second, half reaction methods or ion electron methods. First, you have to discuss what is the oxidation number methods. This next point, that is 6.3.1, that is the oxidation number methods is illustrated in the following steps. Different step is given here. By step this process, how to calculate the balancing reactions, we have to discuss in this point. First step number 1, that is the firstly you have to write down the unbalanced equation for redox reaction. Then balance the equation for all atoms in the reactions except hydrogen and oxygen. Firstly, you have to write down these all the unbalanced equation. Then balance all the atoms in the reactions except hydrogen and oxygen. Then identify the atoms which undergoes change in oxidation numbers by how much. Then draw the bracket to connect atom to the elements that changes the oxidation number. Okay, simple. First step you have to memorize what is the unbalanced reaction. First you have to write down, then balance all the atoms in the reactions except hydrogen and oxygen छोड़ के. Then identify the atoms which undergoes the change in oxidation number by how much, or after this draw the bracket to connect the atoms to the elements that change the oxidation numbers. Okay, इसके बाद next second step. In second step, show an increase in oxidation number per atoms. Show an oxidation numbers are increases per atoms. This firstly you have to show in the oxidized species, and then hence the net increasing oxidation number. After this, similarly you have to show decrease in oxidation number per atoms of the reduced species. यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडाइज स्पेसीज, यहाँ पे आपको decrease in oxidation number in reduced species, and then the net decrease in oxidation number. After this, you have to determine the factors which will make the total increase in and decrease is equal. Then insert the coefficient into the equation. Second step, what will you do it? First, you have to show the increase in oxidation number per atoms in oxidized species. Hence, the net increase in oxidation number you have to find out. After this, similarly, you have to show the decrease in oxidation number per atoms in reduced species, and then the net decreasing charge you have to find out, or oxidation number find out. After this, you have to determine the factors which will be make the total increase and decrease in equal. Then you have to insert the coefficient of into the equation. Any suitable coefficient you have to insert. Okay. Next step, step number 3. In step number 3, you have to simply balance the oxygen atom by adding H2O molecules to their side. Their oxygen atom is less. Simple, in one oxygen atom is equal to one H2O molecules you have to add. Then after this you have to balance the hydrogen atoms by adding H plus ions. To their side there is hydrogen atom is less. Okay. Then step number 4. After balancing the oxygen atom, simply you have to observe what the reactions are present in basic medium. Then you have to add the OH minus ions equal to the number of H plus ions. You have to add in step number 3 on both sides of the equations. Then the H plus ion and OH minus ions are in the same side are combined to each other. Then it gives the one H2O molecules. Remember अगर H plus ion और OH minus ion दोनों सेम साइड में रहेगा और दोनों कंबाइन करके आपको क्या मिलना चाहिए H2O molecules. Okay. Then next step number 5. In step number 5 you have to simply check the equations with respect to both the number of atoms or charges of each element. Then this equation is simply balanced. Simple one note you have to memorize. For the acidic medium, then what the reactions are just present in acidic medium, then the step number 4 will be omitted. Okay. Next. Next slide. Simple one example is given, that is using the oxidation number methods, write the net ionic equation for the reactions of potassium permanganate, that is KMnO4, with ferrous sulfate, that is FeSO4. Simple equation you have to given, that is MnO4 minus in aqueous medium plus Fe2 plus in aqueous medium, it gives Mn2 plus plus Fe3 plus. This simple equation you have to given, and these are balanced by the oxidation number methods. Simple solutions. In step first, the skeletal of ionic equations is write down, that is MnO4 minus plus Fe2 plus, it gives Mn2 plus plus Fe3 plus. Same equation you have to first step write down. Second step, assign the oxidation number of Mn and Fe and calculate the increasing and decreasing in oxidation number and make them equal. Second things you have to write down all the oxidation number. There's Mn having plus 7 oxidation number, O having minus 2 oxidation number, Fe plus 2, Mn2 plus 2, Fe3 plus 3. Okay. Then what is the increasing oxidation number is equal to, simply you have to observe, that is Fe2 plus is converted into Fe3 plus, means simple increasing per atoms is equal to 1. Then decreasing oxidation number is equal to plus 7 to plus 2, means simple, that is decreasing per atom by 5. To make the net increase and decrease equal V, must be take the 5 atoms of Fe2 plus. Means simple, as per this increase or decrease, here you have to require the plus 5 atoms must be required of Fe2 plus. Then simple, that is the factors you have to multiply by this equation, MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe2 plus, it gives Mn2 plus plus 5 Fe3 plus. Okay. Then next step, step number 3. In step number 3, you have to simply balance the oxygen atom by adding H2O molecule to the right hand side. This simple equation you have to again write down, that is MnO4 minus plus 5Fe, it gives Mn2 plus plus 5Fe plus 4 H2O molecules. These 4H2 molecules are simply balance the 4 oxygen atom present in left hand side. Okay. Then simply you have to observe in next step, this reaction are takes place in acidic medium. Then to make the equal charges of hydrogen atom and both the sides, then you have to require the 8H plus ions on the left hand side of the equations. Okay, then you have to simply equation again you have to write down this MnO4 minus plus 5Fe plus 8H plus ions you have to require on left hand side. Then it gives, that is the Mn2 plus 5Fe plus 4H2. Okay. Then finally you have to check the equations in step 5, that is balancing equation. Okay, that is MnO4 plus 5Fe plus 8H. It gives Mn2 plus 5Fe plus Fe3 plus 4H2. The simple all atoms and ions are balanced in this equation. Okay. Next step. Next point number 6.3.2, that is ion electron methods, or which is also known as half reaction methods. In these methods, two half reactions or half equations are balanced separately and then added together to give the balance equation. Following steps are involved in the half reaction methods. First step. In first step, you have to write down unbalanced equation for the redox equation or redox reaction. Then assign the oxidation number to all atoms in the reactant and product sides. Then you have to divide these equations separately in two half equations. After separation of two half equations, one half equations involves the increasing oxidation number and other half equations involve the decreasing oxidation number. These two equations are separately you have to write down. Okay. Then step number 2, balance the balance the atoms except oxygen and hydrogen in each half reactions. Then after this you have to balance the oxygen atom by adding H2O molecule to that side where is less number of oxygen atom is present. After this, step number 3, balance the hydrogen atom by adding H plus ions to that sides where less number of hydrogen atom is present. Okay. Next step. Step number 4. In step number 4, first you have to balance the charges by adding appropriate number of electrons to the right side of oxidation half equations and to the left side of reduction half equations. Then in step 5, multiply the half equations by suitable factor to equalize the number of electrons in two half equations. After the addition of suitable factors, to add both the equations and cancel the number of electrons on both the sides of the equations. Then in step number 6, if the reactions occurs in basic medium, then add OH minus ion equal to the H plus ion in both the side of equations. Then the H plus and OH minus ions on same side, to combine it gives the H2 molecules. Okay. Then step number 7, check that equations is balanced in both the sides, the atoms and charges. Okay. Next point, that is simple. One problem is given. These are based on half reaction methods. What is the problem is equal to balance the following unbalanced equation by ion electron methods or half reaction methods. the simple equations, that is H2O2 is reacted with ClO4 minus in aqueous medium. It gives ClO2 minus plus O2 gas. This unbalanced equation you have to simply balance by half reaction methods. Okay. Then next step, that is solution. In first step, you have to simply write down the unbalanced equations for redox reactions and assign oxidation number to all the atoms in reactants and products. Then divided the equations into two half equations. First, you have to simply write down, that is H2O2 plus ClO4 minus. It gives ClO2 minus plus O2 gas. What is the loss of electrons from oxygen to oxygen? That is minus 1 oxidation state to plus 1 oxidation, 0 oxidation state. Here plus 7 oxidation is converted into plus 3 oxidation state. Means simple, here gain of electron is takes place, that is reduction, that is loss of electrons means oxidation is takes place. Okay. Then this equation you have to simply divide it into two parts. First is oxidation and second one is reduction. In oxidation reaction, H2O2 gives O2 gas and reductions ClO4 minus gives ClO2 in aqueous medium. Okay. Next step. Step number 2. In step number 2, you have to balance the half equations for oxygen atom by adding H2O molecules by this side where oxygen atom is less. Hence, you have to require the twice H2O molecules to the right side of reduction half equations and none of these oxidation half equations. Oxidation half equations are oxygen is already balanced and simply you have to require the two H2O molecules to the right side of reduction half equations. Okay, then step number 3. Balance the hydrogen atom by adding H plus ions to the that side where less number of hydrogen atom is present, and then you have to require twice H plus ions to the right side of the oxidation half equations and 4 H plus ions to the left side of the reduction half equations. Simple, you have to add, again you have to add H2O2 plus O2 gas plus you have to require the 2 H plus ions in oxidation half equations and 4 H plus ions in reduction half equations. Okay, all things are you have to same, only addition is here 2 H plus ion is add and here 4 H plus ion is add. Okay, next step. Step number 4. Then add 2 electrons to the right side of oxidation half equations and 4 electrons are required to the reduction half equations to balance the charges. Then simply have to write down again the H2O2 gives H2O plus 2 H plus 2 electrons. And reduction half equations you have to require ClO4 minus plus 4 H plus 4 electrons. It gives ClO2 minus plus twice H2O. Okay. Then step number 5. Multiply the oxidation half equations by 2 to equalize the number of electrons and then add two half equations. Now you have to multiply the oxidation half equations by 2, that is twice H2O2, it gives twice O2, then multiply by 2, then directly 2H plus is converted into 4H plus and 2 electrons is converted into 4 electrons. Remaining parts you have to same as ClO4 minus plus 4H plus 4 electrons. It gives ClO2 minus plus twice H2O. Okay. Next step, step number 5. Now this combined equation you have to write down. Twice H2O2 plus ClO4 minus plus 4H plus 4 electron. It gives twice O2 plus ClO2 minus plus 4H plus 4 electron plus twice H2O. Here simple these same things you have to cancel. That is H 4H cancel, 4 electron cancel, 4H cancel, 4 electron cancel. The remaining parts you have to simply write down. That is twice H2O2 plus ClO4 minus. It gives twice O2 plus ClO2 minus plus twice H2O. This reaction is simple balancing equation. This equation is the balance in terms of atom and charges. Okay. Next. Next point, that is point number 6.4, redox reaction and electrode potential. We note that in the section 6.1.1 that displacement of reaction can be looked upon as redox reaction. Consider the following displacement reactions. You have to simple one example is given. Zn plus Cu2 plus in aqueous medium. It gives Zn2 plus Cu2 solid. Here simple this loss of 2 electrons and gain of 2 electrons reactions takes place. Here oxidation and here reduction is takes place. These reactions can be brought about two ways. The simpler method to observe these reactions is to make copper sulfate solution in a container and then you have to dip the zinc rod in it. The redox reaction can be takes place in that container. Zinc get oxidized to Zn2 plus and Cu2 plus get uh, reduced to metallic copper. A direct transfer of electrons from zinc atom to cupric ions takes place in this case. Then the electron transfer of zinc atom to Cu2 plus ions can be demonstrated by carrying out two half equations or reactions in two separate containers as shown in figure in next slide. What is the diagram is given, that is Daniell cells. What is the setup of these diagrams? You have to simply explain. The setup in figure number 6.1 is that the Daniell cell, the zinc and copper plate are connected by an electric wire through a switch and voltmeter. Then the solution in two container are connected by salt bridge. These are the salt bridge. In this salt bridge, this U-shaped salt bridge, uh, that's the glass tube connecting gel of KCl or NH4 uh, NO3 in agar-agar in salt bridge. Okay. When switch is on, electric current is complete as instructed by the deflection of voltmeter. The circuit has two parts, one one in the form of electrical wire which allows to flow of electron and other in the form of two solutions joined by salt bridge. Then the solution part of the circuit, the electrical current is carrying by movement of ions. Then when a circuit is complete, the zinc atom on zinc plate spontaneously lose the electron which are pick up in the next external circuit. Next point continues. The electron flows from the zinc plate to copper plate through the wire. Cu2 plus ion in the second container receive these electrons through the copper plate are reduced to copper atoms which get deposited on the copper plate. Then here zinc plate act as a anode, that is negative electrode, and the copper plate act as a cathode, that is positive electrode. Thus, when two half reactions, namely oxidation and reductions, allowed to take place in separate container and provision is made for complete the electrical circuit, the electron transfer takes place through the circuit. This result in flow of electric current. The circuit as indicated by deflection of voltmeter or deflection in voltmeter. This is a simple electrochemical cell called Daniell cell, in which electricity is generated by redox reaction. In an electrochemical cell, electrons flow in the external circuit from anode to cathode, while the conventional current flow from cathode to anode. An electrical potential is said to be established at the two electrodes of an electrochemical cell. It is called electrode potential. The magnitude and direction of electrode potential depend upon the nature of metal and ions, concentration of the ions and temperature. Then the reactions associated with the electrode is called electrode reaction. The two chemical species are linked by transfer of electrons from redox couple. Next point number 6.4.1, standard electrode potential. When concentration of each species taking part in the electrode reaction is unity and the temperature is 298 Kelvin, then the observed electrode potential is known as standard electrode potential. You have to simply rememberize, which can be denoted by E0, capital E0. By convention of the standard electrode potential by hydrogen electrode is equal to, that is 0.00 volt. Hence, the standard hydrogen electrode is used to reference electrode for the determination of E0 values for various redox couple. Okay, simple. Next point, that is significance of E0 value. The electrode reactions considered for the electrode potential is reduction reaction. Then, therefore, values and sign of standard electrode potential is measure of the tendency of active species in the electrode reactions to remain in the oxidized and reduced form. Okay. Then a negative E0 means redox couple is stronger reducing agent. Reducing, you have to simply memorize, that is the negative E0 means redox couples is stronger reducing agent than the H plus upon H2 couples. You have to simply observe in table number 6.1 shows standard electrode potential of reduction process of some redox couples is there. Next point, larger negative. Here larger negative E0 value means that redox couples is stronger reducing agent. That redox couple is stronger reducing agent. On the other hand, more positive E0 value means the redox couple is stronger oxidizing agent. More positive E0 value, redox couple is stronger oxidizing agent. Then larger negative E0 value, the redox couple is stronger reducing agent. Okay. From the tables, you have to see that alkali metals have high negative values of E0, which means that they are strong reducing agent. Okay. Then the alkali metals have great tendency to give away from the electrons from its then it form the cations. On the other hand, the fluorine has high positive values of E0 and then the greatest tendency to gain the electrons, is therefore very strong oxidizing agent. Fluorine is very strong oxidizing agent and alkali metal is very strong reducing agent due to lose the electrons, and this fluorine is due to gain of electrons. We have to highly oxidizing agent. Okay. Next, this simple table you have to observe, that is standard electrode potential are given in the table, and observe and study it. Depend on this table, you have to one equations will be solved in next slide. That is simple numericals given. By using standard electrode potential tables, predict the reaction between following spontaneous, following is spontaneous or non-spontaneous. You have to identify. First reaction Fe3 plus and I minus. Simple solution is given. Write the oxidation half equations for one species and reduction half equation for other species. Then change the sign of E0 oxidation half reaction. Then take sum of the two E0 values. Then if the sum is positive, then the reaction between two species is spontaneous. Simple ये पैरा में आपको सब बता दिया है कि what types of reaction. First you have to write down the this reaction Fe3 plus plus I minus. Then you have to write down twice Fe3 plus plus 2 electrons. It gives 2 Fe2 plus, it's having what the values, E0 value is given, that is 0.77 E 1 Fe is equal to, then you have to write down 2 Fe, 2 into 0.77, it gives the 1.54. Then second I minus, twice I is equal to, it gives twice I gives I2 solid plus 2 electron, its E0 value is equal to 0.54. Simply you have to change the sign, this minus 0.54, then it gives the 1.00 is the its answer. These are present in positive sign. Then the sum of E0 values is positive, therefore the above reactions is spontaneous. Okay, here this chapter will be completed. Thank you.